Yo, one time for the one time when the milkman slides, he gotta hit you with a TGIF. Good morning. Yo.
Good morning. I'm Just Bri.
Hey, Bree,
What
are
up?
you excited? We have made it another week.
Oh, I'm
It
like,
is
what am I excited
Friday.
for?
Yo,
I'm excited it's Friday. I know that.
I was ready for Friday on Monday, but here we are. We've made it another week. I don't know what was up with this week, but it was weekend. But we made it. All we got to do is get through this day, and it's weekend. Mind you, it's going to be in the 70s today. Okay? It's going to be in the 70s today.
I know.
What's the weather going to be like up there for y'all? Because it has said rain, no rain, rain, no rain.
I know
think
it
we're gonna have
stormed
no
overnight
rain.
because the thunder woke me up at one point.
Ooh, and the thunder rose.
And I was like, ooh, I'm about to go back to sleep and sleep so good.
I know that's
But
right. That'd be that best sleep weather.
Yeah. But then I had felt something, right?
Not you felt something.
Yeah. And then
Don't be feeling things.
I turned over and I'm like, what is happening? And my son was slowly sliding up into my bed.
Like some reptilian. Just slowly
slithering on up into the bed because his leg hurt. So he couldn't just jump into bed with me. But I guess he needed some medication or I don't know.
He needed something.
He just
it was not working well for him. That it was not doing. He said, "You know what? I need to come closer to my support, please." Now.
Oh yeah, it says it's supposed to be 75 and sunny.
Oh, you didn't even know it. You didn't know it. What is going on with you? Oh man,
and it's supposed to rain for the next week. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, that's why you got to take advantage of today. 60s. Like you got to come outside today.
But next Saturday is going to be sunny, but only 51.
Hey, I've been looking forward to this day for a week. I saw early in the week that it was going to be, well, and it kept flip-flopping. Oh, my goodness, Illinois, if it's not Illinois. Because at first it said it was going to be 70. Hold on. It said it was going to be 70 and cloudy, and then it was going to be, or maybe it said 75, actually. It said 75 and cloudy, and then it was going to be 70 and rainy on Saturday. That's what it said 5 days ago. And then it flip-flopped back and forth between the weather, like the temperature went up and down, and then the rain swaps between Friday and Saturday. Like even yesterday, the rain was on Saturday still, but now it's saying, or excuse me, it was still on Friday, but now it's saying that the rain is on Saturday. So I'm just going to have to trust the day, and I'm going to go and enjoy it. And if I get rained on, then so be it. 77, we going to have 77.
Yeah, ours says 75. But you know, the other day when we were talking about all the weathers in one day, and you were saying that it snowed there, it did snow here. Liam told me like when he went out in the morning, there was snow.
There was a little dusting. Okay, so y'all did get all four.
Because he was like, it snowed yesterday. Like
bro,
it started out as like 70 degrees, and then it ended up with snow.
bro.
Yeah.
I can't even say what somebody said yesterday about the weather in Illinois. It was real disrespectful. It was real disrespectful. Real disrespectful.
Yeah, no, it was very crazy. I mean, the weather is very crazy, but it's springtime in Illinois, and anybody that lives in the Midwest knows, like, really, the spring is unpredictable.
That's true. I mean, if anything, you know that.
I mean, we definitely have unpredictable weather like anytime, but I'd say the winter and the summer is a bit more, it's hot, it's humid. It's cold, it's snowing. But the fall and the spring, literally anything goes.
For sure. Well, I'm going to enjoy my 77 today, and I hope I don't get rained on. But like I said, if I do, so be it. Good morning. Rawnificent in the building. Raw Nation, what's good with y'all? Yeah.
Good morning.
One time for the one time. You know we got to get you to come back and slide through on Blunt Talk, but we love having you starting your day the right way, the only way with Milk and Bri. It's Wake Up. It's Florida Man Friday. Before we get into Florida Man Friday, though, I just learned this morning because I went to bed early. The Bulls squeezed another one out on the Los Angeles Lakers. I just got to give a shout out to Chi-Town. Shout out to the Chicago Bulls. Shout out to Brother Giddy getting that half-court joint in that basket, making it do what it do. Of course, Rizzo had to come and slide on us this morning. But still, come on. Okay, drink it up. The Bayang.
Tristan was at the game last night. Tristan and his friend Christian went to the game. It was I got Tristan tickets for his 18th birthday, which was back in January, but
it was time.
It took him, first of all, it took him like a month to pick something
I know,
that he wanted to do. Like I had given him money and
little things to time over. Probably
I had given him money, those new headphones and some Real Man cologne, right? But I'm like, pick something that you want to do.
Yeah.
And it took him like a month to find something that he wanted to do. And finally he was like, hey, would you get me Bulls tickets to the Lakers game? Like, so I could see LeBron play. Mm-hmm. And I was like, got you. Yeah.
I ain't mad at it. And he saw the Bulls put it on LeBron.
Yeah. Okay. And I would say this is probably his 4th or 5th Bulls game, but it was his first time seeing the Bulls win. At the United Center.
The Bulls be showing up when LeBron come to town.
Yeah, he said they be bringing that A game for LeBron.
They do. Whether he been in a Cleveland jersey, a Miami jersey, a LA jersey, Chicago, when LeBron come to town, they be ready to play. Be ready to play. Okay, I said we was going to try something new. StreamYard has given us new features and functions. And so previously when I showed the video, the mics would be muted and we would not be able to speak and we wouldn't be able to give our real reaction until it was over. You just see our faces moving. But apparently now we're going to be able to speak and talk and pause the video and all sorts of things, like you see in other people's reaction videos. So, I mean, we're going to give it a good old college try. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Now, this is a video. I guess I'll give you a little bit of a build-up. It's the top 10 Florida man stories of all time. We've had some lists before. I guess we'll just compare this one to the previous list that we've looked at.
Through a drive-through window.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking at the most bizarre and outlandish headlines regarding the escapades of eccentric men in the Sunshine State.
Let me make sure this is clear. You need assistance.
Okay, look at us. It's working.
Help your grandmother.
Number 10. Throwing a hot dog at a police officer. So it turns out that throwing a hot dog at an officer can land you in some serious trouble. It was around 12 a.m. on Saturday, July 2nd, 2022, when hot dog vendor Jason Stoll was approached by a police officer. He was accused of violating a city ordinance as his street closure permit had expired. Stoll became agitated and threw one of his hot dogs at the officer, resulting in his arrest and a charge of battery on a law enforcement officer. That type of crime could land Stoll in prison for at least 3 years. Number 9, trapped in an unlocked closet. In January of 2015, John Arwood and Amber Campbell broke into Daytona State College's Marine and Environmental Science Center. According to the duo, someone chased them into a closet, and it was there they remained for the next 2 days. Believing that they were locked inside, the pair were forced to do their business in the cramped closet. Finally, having enough and risking the punishment, Arwood called 911 and reported that the duo was stuck inside the school.
Tell
us what you were doing in the closet.
I'm in the closet.
I was trespassing.
When cops arrived, they simply opened the closet door, finding that it was never locked in the first place. Arwood and Campbell were promptly arrested for trespassing.
For now, both are charged with trespassing, and Campbell additionally with probation violation.
Number 8. Florida man
next
needs
time,
a
check
ride.
the handle.
Dispatchers received a call from a frantic man named Jonathan Hinkle. The agitated man told police that his grandmother was suffering a stroke at a nearby Hooters and that he needed a ride to be with her.
Where's she at?
She's at Hooters. Grandma's just happy to be here. We be putting
Rather than
on
just
Grandma's.
sending an ambulance, the cops agreed. They picked Hinkle up at a 7-Eleven and drove him to Hooters. But when they arrived, Hinkle simply sprinted out of the car and ran across the parking lot. Turns out his grandmother was never sick.
Police report she was not having a stroke.
Whose fault is
nor
that?
was she out that late.
I mean, the
or at
police knew that
restaurant.
was.
Hinkle simply needed a ride, and
The
he had
police
the
could've
bright
just sent an
idea of tricking the
ambulance to the
police
Hooters,
to
okay?
get it. Needless
Okay.
to say, it didn't work. Hinkle was
I wanna
promptly
say the
found
police was
and
dumb for
charged
taking
with
him in the first
misusing
place.
911.
You don't
Number
send the
7.
ambulance.
Man cartwheels away from cops. Oh, the things that police see.
No way.
In July 2020, Orlando police responded to an incident involving 40-year-old Gianfranco Fernandez. Fernandez was blocking a truck by standing in its path and doing a number of amateur gymnastic stunts. When police came to arrest him, he wriggled out of their grasp and quite literally cartwheeled away. Unfortunately for Fernandez, cartwheeling isn't the most efficient method of making a quick getaway, and he was captured again. This would be the last time, as the Florida man was cuffed and charged with both resisting arrest and battery on a law enforcement officer. But, you know, cool cartwheels. Number 6, no cats allowed. A man named Everett Lagos walked up to Murdoch's Emerald City Gentlemen's Club holding a kitten. As adorable as the kitten was, the club refused to let it in and asked Lagos repeatedly to leave. He did, to the nearby curb, where he called 911. Responding deputies found Lagos both intoxicated and belligerent, and he refused to enter the taxi that they called for him. Not only that, he continued to fight with the officers and even called 911 again to get some more. Needless to say, they did not send more. Rather, the deputies that were already there arrested Lagos on a number of charges, including misuse of 911 and trespassing after warning. Number 5, fake cop pulls over real cop. On the night of July 4th, 2019, Barry Hastings Jr. was driving down Florida's I-4 in a customized vehicle that was tricked out to resemble a police cruiser. The black Crown Victoria was outfitted with flashing lights, a siren, and a CB radio. Hastings found a victim and then pulled them over, only to quickly realize that he targeted the wrong guy. The man he pulled over was a real off-duty sheriff's deputy who asked to see Hastings' credentials. Hastings told the man that they were in his office and that he could take him to the station to get them. Instead, the deputy called 911, prompting Hastings to flee. Luckily, he was quickly pulled over himself and arrested. Number 4, throwing an alligator into a Wendy's. The following is a very famous Florida man story, even reaching news outlets like Time and the Washington Post.
That's an alligator inside a Wendy's kitchen.
Around 1:30 a.m. on October 11th, 2015, a driver named Joshua James ordered a large drink at a Loxahatchee Wendy's. After pulling up, he tossed a 3.5-foot alligator through the window.
This Wendy's behind us and just hurled it through that drive-through window.
Luckily, nobody was hurt in the incident, and the alligator was safely captured and released into a canal. After James was arrested, he revealed that he got the alligator from the side of the road. He was charged with numerous crimes, including assault with a deadly weapon and unlawful possession of an alligator.
This was just a
unlawful possession.
Number 3, is that a
I've
chainsaw
never
in your
heard
pocket?
that.
It's amazing how many weird things get stuffed down people's pants in Florida. In January of 2018, Miley Aguilar Alvarez was caught smuggling a full rack of ribs out of a Rhines Market IGA. But that's not the worst of it. Far from it. Years later, a man named Anthony Ballard stole a chainsaw from Port St. Lucie's Treasure Coast Lawn Equipment by shoving it down his shorts.
Okay.
What I do?
I mean, you gotta cut the ribs.
Not surprisingly, employees immediately noticed that this man was waddling out of the store with the chainsaw between his legs and gave chase. Ballard ditched the chainsaw in the woods and got away. But in another baffling decision, he actually returned for the discarded tool. Unfortunately for the thief, the cops were there waiting for him. Number 2, man attempts to time travel and crashes into a strip mall. Remember in Back to the Future when Marty drives the car so fast that it goes back in time? Well, that doesn't actually happen.
Oh, you sure? I watched a couple of days. It looks great. It's pretty convincing to me.
Not only is time travel impossible, but Marty had a fancy gadget that helped him go back to the 50s. This man did not. The Pensacola driver was attempting to time travel when he rammed his Dodge Challenger straight into a strip mall. Luckily, the driver was not injured and the business was empty at the time. The man was taken in for evaluation, and he simply told investigators that he was attempting to time travel.
That was the day I invented time travel.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, the impending war between aliens and dragons. The one thing about alien warnings is that we never take them seriously. We'll pay for that one day. In July of 2022, Corey Johnson drove a stolen F-150 to Florida's Patrick Space Force Base. When confronted by military officials, Johnson told them that he was on a mission telepathically given to him by President Biden. He was to tell those at the Space Force Base that a secret war was currently being waged between aliens and Chinese dragons. He was promptly arrested and thrown in jail for stealing the truck. So, you know they didn't believe him. The joke will be on us when dragons emerge from the sky and burn us all.
Okay.
Which of these Florida man stories did you find the funniest or the creepiest? Let us know in the comments below.
It worked! It worked!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from Watch.
Okay. So I guess we'll start there. Decent list. Which were your favorites?
I have to say definitely the alligator. That's
alligator at the Wendy's.
Yeah, like we see them robbing the gun store with a snake, and I said that wouldn't be able to get me with that. But an alligator, you could definitely.
You know what would have been more? That's Louisiana, girl.
I'm just saying that's what I would have. We gotta find somebody to come handle this alligator.
You gonna get somebody from Swamp People?
Yeah, you gotta call up the Landrys.
No, the only thing
I gotta call up the Landrys. Come get this shit.
The only thing that would have been more Florida is if the folks at the Wendy's had bust the gator down and thrown him on the grill. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying that might have been like the next level Florida man. I don't know if.
I mean, I think you have to have permits to kill it. Like, I don't think you could just.
Well, no. If my life is in danger, hey.
Well, yeah,
guaranteed I ain't gonna have
in that
no
situation. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to call somebody to come get it.
No. We're gonna handle this right now. It ain't gonna be eating me while I'm calling somebody ass on my foot.
Well, I mean, stay away from it. That's for sure. But did you hear they said he found it on the side of the road? Like, how did
It's Florida. I mean, it's Florida.
That part, yeah, they're there. But the thing is, why did you get out the car and get it? Why did you put it in your Happy
Meal over it? Oh, that's McDonald's. He was gonna get a kid's meal from Wendy's.
Why did you put it in your vehicle? Why did you then throw it through the drive-through window? Like,
I mean, it seemed like a good idea. I was bored. I was just driving, minding my own business, and then it was just an alligator. And I'm like, he needs a friend. And I'm like, cool, let's go riding together. We riding together. He started acting up a little bit, and then I was like, what would be funny if I threw his ass through a Wendy's drive-through, and voila, New York Times, yeah.
And then the Hooters situation. If I was the dispatcher and this man called and said my grandma's having a stroke at Hooters,
bro.
I'd have been like, what's the address to Hooters? I'm going to send the ambulance. Like, I'm not sending officers to you to give you a ride.
First of all, the police should have been arrested with him.
Right. The dispatcher, because she's dumb as hell.
Yeah.
By the time you get to the Hooters, your grandma should be at the hospital. Okay.
No, but here's the thing, though. Like, the police should be thinking the same thing, right? You know, come on now.
All of that, all bad.
They all need to just have a timeout.
Y'all gave him a ride to the Hooters. I mean, literally, if he would have known somebody that was at the Hooters, he could have been like, yo, just pretend like you're in distress. And he would have got away with it. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, no, the police is going to come in. They're first responders. They was going to try to give somebody CPR or something. You was going to have to cough up a...
It wasn't a stroke after all. It was a panic attack. I'm okay. Like, you know what I mean? All he
that's what's happening now?
Was find somebody to fake being in distress. And
I'm trying to give the police a little bit more credit, right?
No.
So I imagine that they decided to give him a ride just because they wanted to see what was really up. Like, they had to have known that this was obnoxious, and they just wanted to see what dude was really up to, and how he was going to include them in it. You see, they just arrested him.
I feel like you're really trying to give them a lot of credit, and I just don't know.
They're like, hey, Stan. There's no way his grandma's at the Hooters, right? I mean, come on, Stan.
They were like, okay, does his grandma work at the Hooters, or is she just at the? Let's go,
bro. Let's just go down to the Hooters. I mean, we got
his grandma really at the Hooters. Let's just go.
I mean, let's go find out. Somebody, we'll pick them up. We'll get, Bella. Yeah, we'll take this one. We'll take this one.
Whole time, they just wanted to go to Hooters to see some.
Bro, I bet you they got some wings while they was there. The
whole time,
you know,
that's whole situation Hooters, got Florida all over it.
R.I.P. Hooters. Hooters is closing all around the country. We lost our Hooters.
Really?
Oh yeah, we lost our Hooters. It's got another chicken wing name on it. I think they're trying to be in the spirit of Hooters, but it ain't Hooters. You know what I mean?
I remember every time me and my friend James used to go eat at Hooters, he would always ask the waitress for an application for me. And he's like,
my friend here, she really, I think
she would fit the uniform perfectly. She has big Hooters and no ass. I was like, stop insulting these girls, telling them they ain't got no
ass. Jesus. Quality good times. I always like to. I always like taking the young one there when he was young, because the young one is 10 years younger than me, and so at 16, 17, I'm taking him to Hooters. Well, that tells you how old he is.
Yeah, well, but he probably was like, this chicken is great.
17, 18, he's 7, 8 years old at the Hooters, boy.
Yeah, but he probably was just like 7 or 8. So, I mean, he was probably just like, wow, this food is good.
This is amazing chicken.
So, I doubt he was actually really looking at the
Yeah. I mean, you're probably right, but who knows? I mean, I hope I didn't contribute to any minor delinquency. I would hate to be a part of that. It is past the 8 o'clock hour. That means it is time to get our day rolling. It is Friday. We're so close to the finish line. All we got to do is make it through this day. I got work I got to get done. You got work you got to get done. We got to clock in, yo.
Yeah.
For us to clock in, that means that we got to wrap this one up. Been so long since I did that one. Of course, I want to ask Bri if she's got anything she wants to send the people on their way with.
I don't. TGIF.
There you go. Thank God it's Friday. Of course, remember, you have everything inside you all ready to conquer this day. Don't let the day run you. You run the day. Ain't that right, Bri?
Indeed.
You doggone right. And why do I always encourage folks to make it a great day?
Great days don't just happen. You got to make them great.
You gotta make them great, yo. And if you got a smile, shoot it across the room. You never know what it'll do to brighten somebody's day. And of course, until Monday morning, y'all make it an amazing weekend. I am the Milkman.
And I'm Just Bri.
Oh, wait. Why always be trying to not promote Blunt Talk on Sunday at 4:20 Central Standard Time?
Yeah. I reminded you last time.
Hey, I know you was just gonna let me. Y'all come and rock out with us on Sunday. Me and Joe gonna be on the building 4:20 Central Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. Of course, Bri and I'll see y'all Monday morning, bright and early. Yee! And we gonna be on time. We out here, y'all.